Hello friends, history buffs and curious minds. Have you ever heard of a ruler who loved his dogs more than his wives? Well, buckle up, because we're about to dive into a tale that's stranger than fiction. Picture this. It's 1947, just 2 months after India's independence. An unusual plane takes off for Pakistan, loaded with precious stones, artists, and hundreds of dogs. This isn't your average flight, folks. At the helm is a Nawab, his wives, and a cargo hold full of canine companions. But here's the kicker: when the plane lands in Karachi, the Nawab brings all his dogs but leaves 2 wives behind in India. This dog-loving ruler was none other than Mahabat Khan, the last Nawab of Junagadh. But why was he fleeing to Pakistan? And what happened to him and other Nawabs who made the same choice? Let's rewind a bit and set the stage. Mahabat Khan belonged to the Baby tribe from Afghanistan. These guys were big-time Mughal supporters, arriving during Humayun's reign. They helped the Mughals in battles and earned their trust. Fast forward to Shah Jahan's time, and the Babis are put in charge of managing Gujarat. Junagadh, being a coastal state, got rich through sea trade. Enter Mahabat Khan III, who became Nawab in 1890. But here's the thing, he was more interested in his furry friends than running the state. He often left the boring stuff to his Diwan, or chief minister. Now let's jump to July 1947. India's independence is just around the corner. Everyone's talking about integrating the princely states. Junagadh gets a new Diwan, Shah Nawab Bhutto. At first, Nawab Mahabat Khan III was cool with joining India. But Bhutto and Muhammad Ali Jinnah had other plans. They convinced the Nawab to join Pakistan instead. On August 15, 1947, while India celebrated independence, Junagadh announced its accession to Pakistan. Indian leaders tried to change the Nawab's mind, but he wouldn't budge. This didn't sit well with the local leaders in Kathiawar. They formed a provisional government, putting pressure on the Nawab. Feeling the heat, Mahabat Khan decided to pack up and leave. On October 25, 1947, he hopped on that famous flight to Pakistan. So what kind of welcome did the Nawab get in Pakistan? Well, it wasn't exactly a red carpet affair. He got shelter in Karachi, but not the royal treatment he expected. You see, Indian princes who stayed back got a sweet deal. They kept their palaces and got hefty privy purses, but the Nawabs who went to Pakistan, not so much. If Mahabat Khan had stayed in India, he would have been rolling in rupees. Instead, he trusted Bhutto and Jinnah and ended up losing everything. Nawab Mahabat Khan's story came to an end in 1959 when he passed away. His son inherited a fancy title but no kingdom to go with it. Meanwhile, remember Shah Nawaz Bhutto. His son, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, became Pakistan's Prime Minister in 1972. And guess what he did? Following India's lead, he cut off financial support to the Nawabs in Pakistan. Talk about a plot twist. This decision didn't go down well with the Nawabs who had moved to Pakistan. They were kicking themselves, saying if they'd known this would happen, they'd have stayed in India. After some protests, they got small pensions, but it was too little, too late. These former rulers were barely recognized in Pakistan anymore. This decision didn't go down well with the Nawabs who had moved to Pakistan. Let's hear from Nawab Mahabat Khan's grandson, Muhammad Jahangir Babi. In an interview, he said his grandfather's decision was a big mistake. Junagadh was one of the wealthiest states, but they left all that behind. And what did they get in return from Pakistan? Not much. Today, his pension is less than what a low-ranking employee gets. The final nail in the coffin came in 1971. Pakistan permanently abolished the royal status of Nawabs. It's a stark contrast to India, where former royal families still have their palaces and some political clout. But in Pakistan, the Nawabs are pretty much forgotten. So there you have it, folks. The tale of a dog-loving Nawab and the unexpected turns his life took. It's a story of choices, consequences, and how quickly fortunes can change. What do you think about Mahabat Khan's decision? Was it a case of misplaced trust or a gamble that didn't pay off? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this dive into history, then let us know. See you in my next video.